Hello, my name is Jack Posey. I'm in Intro to Terrorism, and my terrorist group was the Palestine Liberation Front. The Palestine Liberation Front originated in Egypt in 1959, although many don't count this as the true beginning of the Palestine Liberation Front. They don't start counting them as a terrorist organization until 1977, when Abu Abbas takes control and leader of the Palestine Liberation Front. The goals of the Palestine Liberation Front are to overthrow the Israeli government and to make Palestine a state. Some of the major attacks that have happened due to the Palestine Liberation Front's terrorism is that a house was taken over and the family was taken hostage, and before the dispute was settled, the father was murdered along with the daughter, and a police officer and 4 others were injured. And probably the most popular Palestine Liberation Front terrorist act is when they took over an Italian cruise ship for a few days and murdered a Jewish American citizen and then threw his body overboard. At that time, Abu Abbas was captured and taken prisoner and received life in prison, where he would eventually die. The main supporters of the Palestine Liberation Front have been Iraq, especially when Saddam Hussein was in charge. There's actually a cash reward for any Palestine Liberation Front member that would do an attack on an Israeli citizen. The PLF today is actually not very big. They've retracted a lot of their stuff, especially after Abu Abbas died and their other leader died. They have really retracted in. The new leader signed a treaty with the Israeli government, and the Israeli government has come out and said that they don't even consider the Palestine Liberation Front a terrorist threat anymore, which is funny because recently the Palestine Liberation Front has been accused of a couple car bombings and stuff like that in Israel. So it's kind of funny that they sign a treaty and then right after that they kind of start showing up again. The Palestine Liberation Front is still considered very much an international terrorist group because of the recently accusations against them with bombings and actually different kind of threats that they've been put out there on them. And on the American and European Union lists of terrorist organizations, the Palestine Liberation Front is also still on them. The Palestine Liberation Front I found very interesting. They seem to have not the best plans for attacks. I found that especially they tried to do a balloon attack where they drifted over an Israeli community and it got shot down and actually killed the 2 members in the balloon. I mean, it's kind of funny that you would try to do a terrorist attack through a hot air balloon, but I think that they succeeded in at least terrorizing much of the Israeli citizens, especially after the home invasion, and they tried to invade a beach one time. But overall, I think that the Palestine Liberation Front is probably on the downfall, and their terrorist organization will probably not be heard from for a while at least.